new jobs, let's talk for a moment about filling them. During recent press briefings, I've spoken many times about how it's important for us to sustain this unprecedented economic growth that we believe is in front of us. That deals with infrastructure, that also deals with our workforce. I've talked about how a decision to suddenly stop or forego federal pandemic unemployment funds all at once could have an adverse effect on different parts of our economy, on retail, on grocery, on restaurants, and how the $300 weekly unemployment payments continue to pump about $34 million into our economy every single week. People spend that money in places that were hit the hardest during the COVID-19 pandemic. All along, I've said we're not going to make our decisions red or blue, Democrat or Republican, but based on sound economic principles, that we were going to try to thread a needle in a way to where we could get those that aren't facing other obstacles off of the PUA benefit and back to work, while at the same time not threatening dollars that are helping those that can't find child care or face other issues. So today, I'm pleased to announce an incentive program that I feel is a positive step towards getting some people off unemployment and back into the workforce. I've set aside $22.5 million in coronavirus relief funds in order to provide a one-time $1,500 payment to the first 15,000 unemployment insurance claimants who return to work by July the 30th and who qualify for the incentive. Now, I'm going to break down some of the qualifications on that because we're trying to meet the challenge. And that is, it needs to be individuals who are currently receiving that $300 benefit or one like it and that don't already have a return to work date, that we are truly incentivizing to get back into this workforce. So in order to qualify, you got to be 18 years of age. You've got to be an unemployed Kentucky resident as of yesterday, June 24th, 2021. You have to have an active, non-fraudulent Kentucky unemployment insurance claim as of July 23rd. Oh, today's the 24th. You have to have had a claim as of July 23rd, 2021, and have requested payments for weeks in 2021. You have to be employed to get this by a Kentucky business. Again, you got to start sometime between June 24th and July 30th, 2021. Most importantly, you got to be among the first 15,000 that accept their employment and that we are able to verify to provide, and that verification will occur between August 1st and October 1st in order to receive these dollars. Additionally, employers will be responsible for completing an online application verifying that employees accepted employment between June 24th and July 30th, 2021. They must also verify that employees worked 120 hours in the 4 weeks following the new employment. This arose from numerous conversations with business leaders. This ties them directly to this incentive to bring people back to work. It helps us on the verification side, so we're not having to verify 15,000 individual claims, and it truly brings, I think, government and the private sector together in a way to where first we try the carrot as opposed to the stick to resolve this problem. And for those that are worried about, that gap maybe and what that means of 2 or 3 weeks where they might not receive dollars, there are extra dollars on the back end. $1,500 obviously would be the equivalent of 5 weeks of those PUA payments, and given the current schedule for when they end, at least under the federal government's program, we think creates a very strong incentive. So don't wait. If you're contemplating a return to work, you can act quickly. You can earn an extra $1,500 for yourself. A full outline of qualifying criteria is available on the Back to Work Incentive website, which can be accessed beginning at 1 p.m. today at www.btw.ky.gov. That is btw.ky.gov.